I watched the entirety of Sun Vulcan in a little over 72 hours. I physically couldn't put it down once I started watching. I don't think I could really point out one particular reason why. Something about it just so happened to grab me in the exact way I needed it to. The thing about Sun Vulcan is that this is not a plot-driven show. This is 50 episodes in a summer movie of weekly monster fighting. I don't really know what else to tell you. A plot recap would feel unfair. There's no plot to recap. Bad guys want to take over the world. Our heroes thwart their plans. We win in the end. That's it. Plot recapped. A character analysis would feel similarly unfair. These boys are bland. The most interesting characters are far and away our band of evil ladies, but I'll get into that in a bit. I guess all of this is to say that my love for Sun Vulcan comes less from a "this show is good" standpoint and more so from a "I love tokusatsu" position. I love tokusatsu. I love Super Sentai. Sentai fills my heart with a warmth I cannot describe, and no show has warmed me to my core quite like Sun Vulcan did. Like every show, there are some not so good aspects of Sun Vulcan. It has its problems. Jesus Christ, does it have its problems? But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk with love about the things that I enjoy. And so that's what I'm going to do. Get ready. All this video is going to be is me telling you all the things I personally like about Sun Vulcan. Intro over. Please enjoy the next however long of me gushing needlessly about the most average show you've ever seen. I am a man with simple tastes. I've never disliked a suit with a scarf. I wish every suit had a scarf. I'm also a sucker for a big chest badge, triangular shapes, and yellow accents. The white chest triangle is balanced nicely by the coloured bands on the gloves and the boots. The badge, the belt, and visibly holstered Vulcan sticks give the suits a trio of circles, and if that's not on theme, then I don't know what is. Speaking of the badge, the little sun logo is so cute. It's so cute. Eagle and Panther's helmets are nice enough. I'm particularly fond of the 3D yellow accents on Eagle. When it comes to the shark, look at him. Look at this absolute unit of a robot. The ears, the lack of mouth, the big old fists and long ass legs. Delightfully dark blue in colour with a trio of yellow circles and a big V on his chest to boot. Don't even get me started on the While not the first giant Sentai Robo, he is the first combining Robo, being comprised of two parts, Cosmo and Bull Vulcan. Both of which are stored in the carrier mech of all time, my boy Jaguar Vulcan. Check out those fucking teeth! The whole arrival and Gatai sequence is a very fun one to watch. I love the way Jaguar opens up and how Cosmo flies out. Though speaking honestly, I never seem to tire of aerial mech shots or extended can robot footage, so take my opinions with a healthy swig of salty sea water. This show is gorgeous to watch. The dynamic angles, the shots with the sun at their backs, the surreal effects add something very special to these fights. All these fun shots never failed to impress and delight me. Ghosting images, shadows burnt into your vision, disorientating repetition, it all adds to the theme of them fighting with the power of the sun. On a similar note, the fights are where this show really shines. Sun Vulcan is the first season to have a full team of animal motifs, and they have fun with it. Please observe these poses. Eagle has such delightful talon hands, and Eagle 2's sword was enduringly sick as fuck. Panther was always out there backflipping, tree climbing, hole digging, and then of course there's the Wakasawa Plasma is one of the ending themes of all time. I will belt this song out in the shower like nobody's business. This song is in my head 24/7. In fact, in my always correct, very humble opinion, Sun Vulcan's biggest problem is that they fucking replaced Wakasawa Plasma in... Hang on, what episode did they do that in? Anyway. A beloved robot also has some good tunes, the fight music hits just right, and our characters get some fun insert songs. I am particularly fond of the shark. On one last musical note, check out this little pseudo-ending dance they gave us in a few episodes. Isn't it great? I love dance endings. With a verse highlighting each ranger, you could do a Go on Kyoryuja type deal and cycle through the verses every few episodes. Seriously, if they were going to replace Wakasama Plasma, the least they could have done was give me a fucking dance. Like I said at the start of the video, the best characters in this show are the villains, with hard hitters like, no, not him, the Zero Girls and Amazon Killer and my queen, the one, the only, Queen Hedrian. Reprising her role from Denji Man, don't ask me why she comes back, just go with it. With a swanky new robotic heart and sexy cane, Machiko Soga returns to give me another season of pure happy chemicals. What an iconic woman. Truly, she elevates every show she's in. Maybe one day I'll finish Ranger. Please observe the Zero girls. We've got 01, 02, 03, and 04, and I love them all. 01 dies, but it's fine because she's quickly replaced with Amazon Killer. Amazon Killer is a peak evil general, master and progenitor of the burning Raculous stare, always getting around with her 3 evil girlfriends, doing unsavory activities, filling my life with joy. We've also got the last minute arrival of my man Inazuma Ginga, who, well, look at him. He's gorgeous. Suit acted by a guy I am very normal about. Literally, all this guy does is pop up, ruin Amazon Killer's day, knock over a few dominoes, and then he dies a brainwashed monster. Perfect. 10 out of 10. One thing I'm always a sucker for is an old man mentor, and Chief Arashiyama is a prime example of a great mentor. He's kind and soft, but clever and decisive. I'm gonna put him right here. Eagle 2 is a very typical Showa Red. He's brave, he's passionate, he's heroic. What more do you actually want him to do? He's red, he has a sword with little bells on the hilt, he has a winged creature motif, 10 out of 10. Misa, number 1 girl who should have been allowed to transform. Give Misa a suit. She's just as heroic and driven as the boys. She was always in the thick of it and always ready to help. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say this show treats her perfectly or even lets her achieve a fraction of her potential, but I do think it's a little unfair to read her as the always getting kidnapped or in distress girl character. Never did the show make me feel like Misa wasn't a valuable member of the team. Hell, I'd say Misa got to do more than characters like Akira or Miki ever really got. The only difference is Misa doesn't get a fucking suit, Sun Vulcan! Let Misa transform! In my head, Misa is Volpanther. Roll Hyo and Tsukuhachi into the one oblivious apprentice character and ta-da, Sun Vulcan is fixed. How easy was that? Okay, no hints. Answer the question with your first thought. Who do you think my favourite character is in all of Super Sentai?
Sasuke.
Yeah, I'll pay that. Okay,
Hyuga. Does Metal count?
Metal does not. Yeah, Metal counts.
Thank you.
No, okay. Who do you think my favourite character is in Sun Vulcan?
I don't know.
Alright, where do I start? It's no secret that I have a Vol Shark problem. I love this shark, and I don't think I can really articulate why without coming across as someone potentially experiencing mold poisoning. The pop of yellow on the chest works best against the dark blue of Shark's suit. His helmet is literally the best thing I've ever seen in my life. The tiny little red eyes, the grinning mouth full of sharp little teeth, the shape! His suit acted beautifully. His poses are far and away my favourite in the franchise. Look at how his hand becomes his dorsal fin. Isn't that so fucking good? Don't you think that's so good? I love his defensive posture. Shark jaws at the ready, hands stretched wide. I'm unwell. He even gets some very fun water sequences, which are always great. I am very stressed out about the thought of being underwater in those suits. Sir, are you okay? Sir, can you see? Can you breathe? Now, as the world's #1 Vol Shark fan, I will be the first to admit that this boy is bland as a box of jats. The show is not about him, but that being said, this bad boy can fit so many headcanons in it. He has a sad backstory. He has an overly sincere and dramatic insert theme. He rides a motorbike and plays the guitar sometimes. The show forgets about him halfway through his first focus episode. I love this shark. For fear of this potentially going on forever, I've decided that is all I will say about the shark. Just know that he is actually the most interesting guy ever. You just don't get it, okay? You don't know him like I know him. Being completely transparent here, I did watch an episode or 2 of Sun Vulcan early on in my Sentai watching journey. I was drawn in by the theme song. I remember not being particularly impressed. I hadn't watched any Showa seasons at this point. I was a fresh little Sentai baby. In fact, the only memory I had of those episodes when I picked Sun Vulcan back up was of thinking the shark was cute. Sun Vulcan landed in my lap at a very good time. I'd taken a bit of a Metal Hero Kamen Rider detour. I hadn't finished a Sentai in months. I was hungry for Sentai, but Go Busters wasn't hitting the spot quite right. I needed something older, something sincerely Showa. So, I picked Sun Vulcan back up and absolutely tore through it, the whole time feeling an overwhelming sense of warm familiarity. This was a road I'd walked down before, and a road I don't think I could ever get sick of. I think it's an important side note to mention how much I love Goggle 5 and the deep fondness I have for Uchu Keiji Gavin, two shows that aired directly after the end of Sun Vulcan. Watching Sun Vulcan, more often than not, felt like I was watching those shows again. From the music to the fight choreo to the fucking master duo of Kenji Oba and Junichi Harada being there, watching Sun Vulcan felt like coming home. I am a serial rewatcher. I am a niche information connoisseur. I am an unnecessary connection maker. And I need you to understand just how often Sun Vulcan gave me the chance to turn to my partner and say, I'm pretty sure that's Kenji Oba right there.
From the
Like,
stands?
obviously, yeah, from
It
the way
kinda-
he's standing. That's Denji Blue right
I
there.
wouldn't-
That's Denji Blue. That's not Volshark, that's Denji Blue. I don't know, something about recognizing the stuntmen being used as background characters, about Machiko Soga and Junichi Harada being there, being able to point out the way this show echoed through the seasons that came after it. That's the good shit for me. I'm worried I'm coming across as some kind of dickhead that's trying to tell you, well, actually, Sun Vulcan is for real Sentai fans. If you don't like Sun Vulcan, it's because you don't get Sentai. And I promise that's really not what I'm trying to do. Even for me, a show-appealed piece of shit, Sun Vulcan was a show I had to acquire a taste for. I never would have gotten what I did out of Sun Vulcan if I didn't already have that base of love and appreciation for the early Sentai formula. I just really like this show because of how sincerely Super Sentai it is. It's literally just a worse Goggle 5 or Dynaman, but as we previously went over, I am a serial rewatcher and never tire of seeing colourful heroes and giant robots. I got very rambly there, but I don't know what I expected. I set out with the intention of gushing about a show I like, and I think I achieved that. Who knows? Sorry I didn't really make any real points outside of, look at this, don't you think it's neat? I don't know how to end this video. Sun Vulcan good. Watch it if you like evil women. Can you put the sunscreen back down aggressively for me?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.